Hello, my cherished vehicle enthusiasts. Here are some critical car dashboard warning lights you should never ignore. Our car's dashboard is like a secret communicator, flashing vital messages when something needs your attention. Today, we're diving into the most common and important warning lights, what they mean, and, most crucially, which ones require immediate action. Whether you're cruising in a brand new ride or behind the wheel of a reliable old friend, those glowing symbols on your dashboard aren't just there for show. Sooner or later, one will light up as you drive, and knowing what it's trying to tell you could be the difference between a minor fix and a major headache. Let's decode these mysterious signals and keep your car running smoothly. First up, the fuel warning light. The little dashboard symbol every driver knows, but too many choose to ignore. When this light flickers on, it's a clear signal that your fuel tank is running on fumes. While some daredevils like to gamble on how far they can go before sputtering to a stop, the smarter move is to steer toward the nearest gas station without delay. After all, running out of fuel isn't exactly a thrill ride anyone enjoys. The oil indicator light. More than a flicker of concern when it comes to keeping your car humming like a dream, gasoline isn't the only fluid you need to watch. Oil is the lifeblood of your engine, keeping all its moving parts lubricated and working in perfect harmony. So, if your oil warning light flicks on, it's not just a friendly suggestion. It's your engine crying out for help. What's going on under the hood? It could be a simple reminder that it's time for an oil change and a top-up. Or it might signal something more serious, like a malfunctioning oil pump that's struggling to keep the engine properly lubricated. Whatever the cause, don't ignore this warning. Treat it like a priority, because driving without enough oil can lead to catastrophic engine damage. Oh, and before we jump into more tips and tricks, take a quick moment to hit like and subscribe. It really helps us out and ensures more people can discover this video. The tire pressure light. A squeaky warning when your tire pressure light blinks on. It's time to give your tires some love. This warning means one or more of your tires could be underinflated. While it's not an emergency, ignoring it can lead to bigger headaches down the road. Low tire pressure might be the result of a sneaky nail or a slow leak, and it could leave you dealing with a flat tire sooner than you think. Plus, driving on improperly inflated tires can wreak havoc on your car's handling, fuel efficiency, and even its alignment. Check your tires, fill them up with the right amount of air, and keep your ride safe and smooth. In both cases, these dashboard warnings are your car's way of speaking up. Don't just turn a blind eye. A little attention now can save you a lot of trouble later. Next up is the brake warning light, a signal that demands your attention. But beware, this little light has more than one story to tell. In its simplest form, it might just be reminding you that your parking brake is still on, urging you to release it before hitting the road. Easy fix, right? But if your parking brake is already disengaged and that stubborn light stays illuminated, it's a different tale altogether. One that could point to worn brake pads or problematic brake discs. Ignore it at your own peril. A glowing brake light on your dashboard could be more than a simple reminder. It might mean your brake fluid is running dangerously low or your ABS system is on the fritz. Imagine being unable to stop your car when you need it most. That's a situation no driver wants to face. So, if that warning light is lit, don't ignore it. Track down the problem right away to keep your ride safe. Next on the list is the ABS warning light, your braking backup system. ABS stands for Anti-Lock Braking System, a critical feature that keeps your wheels from locking up during hard braking. If this light appears, it's a sign there's an issue with the system. Here's the kicker: your regular brakes will still work, but without ABS, you're missing a vital layer of safety. This becomes especially important when driving in wet, icy, or snowy conditions. ABS helps maintain tire traction, giving you better control on slippery roads. If this light comes on, schedule a visit to your mechanic as soon as possible. A quick check now can prevent a costly accident later. Coming up next is the malfunction indicator light, also known as the check engine light. Few warning lights cause as much anxiety as the check engine light, and for good reason. This light can be triggered by a wide range of issues. On the mild side, it might simply mean your gas cap is loose, letting fuel vapor escape. But on the serious side, it could point to engine trouble that demands immediate attention. When your check engine light comes on, don't ignore it. Many auto parts stores offer free diagnostic scans to help you figure out what's wrong. Whether it's a quick DIY fix or a problem for a professional mechanic, taking action early could save you from major headaches and expenses down the road. Next is the temperature warning light. Your engine's cry for help when your temperature warning light pops on. Your engine is overheating, and that's a problem you can't afford to ignore. The usual culprit? Low coolant levels or a malfunctioning cooling system. Don't delay. Pull over and let your engine cool before getting a professional mechanic to check it out. Overheating can lead to serious and costly damage. Next is the battery warning light. More than just a power problem when that little battery icon lights up on your dashboard. It's not just your battery that might be in trouble. This warning can signal issues with your car's entire electrical system. Notice dimming headlights? That's a telltale sign you might need a new battery. But if other electronics are acting up, it's time to call in a pro to diagnose the problem before it leaves you stranded. Next in line is the seatbelt warning light. Buckle up. Simple, clear, and life-saving. The seatbelt warning light is hard to miss and impossible to ignore. If you or your front seat passenger aren't buckled in, this light will glow and often bring a beeping symphony along with it. Seatbelts reduce the risk of serious injury or death in car accidents by a huge margin. Always make it a habit. Remember? Safety first. And finally, the traction control light. First of all, what does traction mean? Means the friction or grip between the tires and the surface of the road. When the traction control light comes on while driving, take caution. This safety feature typically means that the car's traction control is being used, indicating that your vehicle briefly lost grip going around a sharp curve, driving on wet pavement, or the like. What should you do? If it's flashing while driving in bad conditions, it's just doing its job. If it stays on, try restarting the car to see if it resets. Check if the traction control button was accidentally pressed. Ignoring a traction control light may reduce your vehicle's stability and increase the risk of skidding in slippery conditions. If it stays on, it's best to get it checked out. That's all for now. Don't forget there are over 60 different car dashboard warning lights. These warning signs are typically grouped into 3 main colors: red, yellow, or amber and green. When it comes to your car, knowledge is power. Pay attention to these warning signs, and you'll keep your vehicle running smoothly and safely for miles to come.